Hello and welcome back everybody, my name is LittleCornDogs, and in today's video, as you guys saw from the thumbnail and the title, I am making a stealth jet. Now, if we look at the parts like the cockpit, the wings, and also the thrusters, we can see that if we go to the paint, we can't change the texture of anything. So if you look here at a normal block, if we go to the painting, we can actually change it to glass, paint it black, and it's pretty much invisible. I mean, if you saw something like this flying over your head, well, I guess you really wouldn't see it flying over your head because it's extremely difficult to see. Anyways, enough talking, let's get to building. Now, of course, when it comes to aerodynamics, we are going to need some form of very pointy front here. And because I'm not actually using any of the wing pieces, it's going to be a lot harder to actually have any form of lift on this thing. You know what? This nose is actually looking pretty good. I think I'm going to put this little sharp nose on here. That looks pretty sweet. And I'm basically just going to copy this going all the way back, something like that. But when it comes to controls, because we can't actually have any vertical stabilizers on this thing, because if you look here, we can't change the texture or I guess material. But a good cop out is actually using a quantum rudder. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and do S and W. I think that's going the right way, but if not, we could always just flip it. All right, well, now that we got that, let's go ahead and add the wing pieces here. Now, of course, these are all cosmetic. These actually aren't going to provide us any lift. If anything, they're gonna do very negative effects to this aircraft because if you look at the aerodynamics, it's turning less and less green the farther down that we go here. But again, it's just for cosmetics. It just looks cool. So yeah, let's keep going. Cool, that's looking good. Now let's go ahead and add this little slope. I think that's a pretty decent shape. It looks a little bit like a F-22, but of course we're gonna need to keep this thing extremely small because the only things visible are going to be the seat, the quantum rudder, and of course some thrust maybe in the back. But let me go ahead and fill in this wing, and I'll just go ahead and copy it on the other side as well. All right, this is actually looking pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and start adding the back part of the wings here. Again, I'm gonna go with another 2x1, but then I'm gonna do a 2x1 slope. There we go. And then another 2x1 slope, just like that. I might just need to copy this, add a 1x3 here and here. And same thing with this little wing, but just on this side, we're gonna copy it like so. And because this game didn't want to flip it, I'll just flip it like that. Now for aesthetic reasons, I'm gonna need to spread out these little rounded bits here. So again, for aerodynamic purposes, you can see that this is not good for drag. So let's add a rounded corner because we could see that that's actually really green. So that's very good. All right, we'll delete that, delete these. I'm gonna just fill in this middle section here with a 4x4, 4x2, I mean. And then I think with the top, because that quantum rudder is in the way, we're just gonna need to put a 3x1 on each side. But let's put a little thruster here, and other than that, I think I'm done. Now, I know there's quite a lot of drag here in the front, but honestly, we're gonna need something to force the top end to lean back a little bit because we have quite a lot of thrust coming from the back end. But anyways, let's do a quick little test flight. Of course, we'll make sure that the quantum rudder is going in the right direction. But anyways, let's take off. Here we go. Oh, wow, that's very fast. That is extremely fast. Okay, are the controls right? Nope, they are not. They are not. They are completely flipped. Okay. Geez, the takeoff is so fast. Look at how quick that is. Almost 200 miles an hour. We're still climbing, so that's good. But I'm surprised how great this thing flies. If you guys want a nice little life hack for making an amazing flyer in this game, make sure to use a quantum rudder because yeah, they're just extremely floaty and you don't need any vertical stabilizers, so it's pretty nice. Anyways, now that we know that this works, let's go ahead and try painting it glass. I'm thinking that glass is going to look a little bit goofy for this thing because it's, you know, like I said at the beginning, it's just our character floating and you might be able to see the thrusters in the back as well. But here we go, we'll select it all glass and paint it black. Oh my gosh, dude. This thing blends in so well. I'm gonna actually get the thrusters here and I'm gonna paint these, I'm gonna paint them blue like the sky. Same with this quantum rudder, I'm gonna keep the bottom part black so you don't see a trail. Paint that part blue. And then with the seat, just all blue. Everything blue. Oh my gosh, look at this stealth jet, dude. This is crazy. I really wish that you could make like the jet thrusters in the back not that color, make it glass at least. But you know what? This is pretty stealthy, man. I mean, look at how tiny of a target that is above you. That's crazy. You can really only see the block and maybe the thrusters. But look at that. Against the mountain, it's almost invisible. That is so cool. Okay, well, I'm going to give the version 1 a nice paint job. And then we'll do a quick transform in the air to show off the whole transforming into a translucent plane. It's ready. As you guys can see, I am in an all blacked out suit. Perfect spy gear for our spy jet. So let's go ahead and spawn it in. I'm gonna do let me get out of this HUD. There we go. R2, and as you guys can see, this is clearly not a stealth vehicle. But if we look real close, you can see all the cool little holographic that I put on here. And yeah, I don't know, it just looks like a cool little decal. So let's go ahead and take off. Here we go. Quick little takeoff. As you guys can see, I did change the seat because the profile is definitely smaller than our Chirpo character sticking out of this thing like a sore thumb. So yeah, a lot smaller, but you know, it flies really good. I know you guys got to see a little bit of that, of the flying, but I just want to say quantum rudders are the future for non-vertical stabilizer crafts in this game. That is for sure. So, you know, standard test. Let's go ahead and go through the loop here. If I wanted to, oh geez, oh, okay, well, what I was about to say before I did that disgustingly deadly crash there was, if I were to do anything to this craft, it would be change the direction, or not direction, but position of the quantum rudder. It seems to be under that little flap there, and it just seems to really ruin the up and down. As you can see, it kind of just like floats around like a leaf, and kind of slows me down a lot. But okay, let's go ahead and spy on the Chirpos over here on the island. So we'll go ahead and do R1. And as you guys can see, the glass on this thing really makes it a hard target to see. Now, I did paint it blue, and for the sky, yes, if somebody is looking up, it is a lot harder for them to see you. But for every case of either flying next to a mountain or flying low to the ground, I just feel like black is a nice universal touch. But as you guys can see, flying over here, the plane is pretty much see-through. I feel like Wonder Woman, basically, in her private little... I guess it's invisible. I don't think it was glass, but her invisible jet. I feel like I'm literally flying the same thing right now. But it's so cool to be able to see through the plane. I've never really seen anybody do this in Trailmakers before. Now, of course, like I said at the beginning, it is kind of lame that we don't have much when it comes to turning the thrusters into glass, or the seat fully into glass. But nonetheless, it is still really cool to kind of mess around with this concept of a build. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go in F5 cam. As you guys can see, from the looks of it here, this is just a normal first-person view. You know, you're just looking around up in the sky. Unfortunately, there's a lot of particles everywhere of snow, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do a test, and we'll see what it actually looks like from a person on the ground. Does it actually seem to be a lot more hidden than any other craft? From the looks of it so far, yes. I could barely see it. I don't really know where I'm flying to right now, but yeah. I mean, I guess I could paint the glass white, and that actually might help too. Uh-oh, I lost it behind the candy cane. Is that it there? Oh, yes, that's it. Okay, it's kind of hard with the particles of snow, but you know what? It's very interesting to test all this out. I'm very interested in all of these glass pieces. If you guys know anybody else using these glass pieces, make sure to tag them below. Or if you make an awesome glass creation of a jet or helicopter or something that's extremely hard to see, you know, a real stealth vehicle, make sure to tag me in the Steam Workshop. I guess that it really depends on what biome that you're in. I mean, of course, if we're over the water, this color is the best. I mean, but if we're over the orange kind of desert, then yeah, we kind of stick out. We're kind of glowing a little bit. Whoa. Oh, that would have been such a cool save. Well, that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Of course, I hope that you did see this video to be just as interesting as I did. Now, of course, glass is extremely interesting in this game, and yeah, making all the blocks glass is unfortunately not a reality yet. Maybe it will be in the future. But if you have any cool ideas like this one, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll try and do it in the next video. As always, join the Discord. My name is LittleCornDogs, and I will see you guys in the next one.